If you own a Shopify store, there are a lot of tips, a lot of practices, a lot of tricks to actually implement this year if you want to boost your online store sales big time. Okay. So, in today's conversation, I want to share with you some of those hacks for you to really implement right now, not tomorrow, not yesterday, but right now, if you want to boost sales. So, here are the top trends. The thing is, when you think about Shopify, I want you to think about 200 billion, 300 billion worth of sales. I'm talking about online sales globally. Okay, so there's a huge market out there for you in your particular niche. Okay, so you don't have to really sell 300 billion. Probably you need to sell a little bit of that. You should be fine. Okay, but the thing is, when you think about Shopify, I want you to think mostly about drop shipping, because drop shipping is actually the business model that allows you to actually be home, not holding any inventory, and still making money, right? You are relying on sales to actually make money. You're relying on sales to make revenue, okay? So the one thing you want to do here is that when you think about Shopify and if you are a Shopify dropshipper, I want you to really understand that this is the best business model right now because of low startup costs. You have easy scalability. In other words, you can go from six digits to seven digits to eight digits. Okay, you can go from 10 grand in revenue to a mil in revenue, pretty fast. Okay, you just have to make sure that you have the right products and you have the right target audience and you know how to speak to that audience. Okay, the higher margins are still there. So this year, higher margins are still higher dropshipping margins are still available for Shopify's stores globally. You also have the ability nowadays to have access to more products. So gone are the days where you are limited to a certain number of products. Nowadays, you can really access any product that you want to really access, as long as you have the possibility to actually not run out of stock. In other words, you need to source from the right producer, okay? And also, you have the possibility to scale globally. If you can implement the right SEO strategy, you are going to have traffic coming to your store organically. So the bottom line here is that the margins are still there, the revenue is still there. You just need to have the right strategy, and that's what I'll talk to you about in today's conversation. So let me give you the top tip here. Top tips. If you are a Shopify dropshipper and you want to boost the sales this year, the first thing you want to do here is that you want to differentiate your brand. Why? Because this is a global market. You have a lot of dropshippers from many countries. Like I always say, if you are in New York, you're getting competition from somebody in Abuja, Nigeria. You're getting competition from somebody in Brasilia, Brazil, or Jakarta, Indonesia, right? So you can't just say, well, I'm in New York, so my competition is next door, is in Jersey, or is in Connecticut, or is in Florida. No, you have a global competition. Excuse me, you have global competition. And the thing is that this competition is morphing all the time. So you got to differentiate your brand, right? So if people are buying from you, they know that, hey, listen, this brand carries quality. This brand carries, let's say, speed of execution, customer service, whatever it is. You got to differentiate your brand, okay? So that people really know when they're buying from you that they are indeed buying from you. I mean, they could buy the same product from another store, but the service and the brand is not going. Though the service and the brand are not going to be the same. This is important. This is why you want to differentiate your brand and you want to position your brand specifically where you want to be, where you want it to be at. Okay. The second thing you want to do here is that if you want to boost the online sales for your dropshipping, for your Shopify dropshipping store, you want to improve page speed. Nowadays, basically, page speed is kind of quintessential. People are shopping from their smartphones, and if your page is really slow to load, nobody's going to stick around for, let's say, 30 seconds or 1 minute just for your page to load, right? So, and on top of that, page speed is an important criterion for SEO. So in other words, Google is actually assigning, let's say, prominence, if you will, prominence to that criterion. So if you want your page to rank, the page has to load fast. Okay, so it's important for you to constantly check out your stores pages to make sure they're loading fast and that people are getting the, let's say, visitors are getting what they want as soon as possible. If you are a Shopify dropshipper, you want to boost sales this year, I want you to really go back to the basics of dropshipping. If you remember a little earlier, I told you that quantity wise, there is a multitude of products globally, right? But if you want to go back to dropshipping 101, you want to focus on quality. Why? Quality is going to differentiate your brand. Quality is going to really bring you consistent revenue over time. Quantity might help you in the short run in terms of economies of scale, right? But if you focus on quality, you are going to attract the right type of traffic, the right type of customers. Okay, so quality is going to help you big time, especially scale. Okay, so don't try to have a huge range of product. You can focus on a few products, 10 products, 15 products, 20 products max, and focus on quality. Okay, in other words, if you go with 20 products, make sure those 20 products are all of them, not just 19 or 18, all of them are super quality. Okay, so if you are able to really have that quality, what's going to happen is that the quality the quality model will reflect on your brand. So your brand will be seen as a quality brand. Okay, so everything is linked, not just customer service, but also the product itself. And the next thing you want to do is, if you want to really boost sales in your dropshipping Shopify store, you want to provide excellent content. And so the thing is that when visitors come to your store, you have to wow them. You have to impress them. You have to really give them what they want and even more, right? And so that really comes through excellent content, among other things. And when I say excellent content, I'm not just speaking about content on your blog, on your website blog, right? It's also content in terms of product description, in terms of how you really reach out to customers or prospects on social media, how you engage with them, how you really talk to them. All that kind of stuff is really related, right? And to boost trust and sales, you got to provide excellent content, but it has to be product specific content. If you want to really boost your Shopify dropshipping sales this year, I want you to really also think about something called social proof. And social proof has to do with reviews, okay? And reviews are going to help you big time because reviews are going to bring sales over and over and over, not only from current customers, but also new customers, okay? And so you want to really be in a position where you are collecting reviews proactively. Now, there are a lot of ways to collect reviews proactively. You can use software to automate the whole process of collecting reviews automatic re- let's say you can automate the process of collecting reviews. You can also be proactive. So on social media, for instance, you can always ask after each sale. You can ask the customer to actually review you, or if a customer is really happy about your product, you can ask them to review you, right? And among other things, you can also seek reviews in an unsolicited manner, like via email, for instance. So the bottom line here is that when it comes to reviews, you have tons of ways of gathering reviews, and on top of that, you have sites. There are some sites such as Trustpilot and Triple B. They are specialized in client reviews. Okay, so you want to really seek reviews proactively. And by the way, when I speak about reviews, don't just seek positive reviews, because believe it or not, negative reviews can help your store, can really boost your store if you know how to really solve the problems. That if you know how to solve the problem that the review is actually highlighting. So don't be scared because somebody is really a bad mouthing your product. No, seize this as an opportunity to improve things. Seize this an opportunity as like you want to really use this as an aha moment to know what's really happening, because nobody's perfect, and neither is your store. So if you don't improve, if you don't learn things the hard way, you're not going to improve. And negative reviews, criticisms are there to kind of help you out. You also want to stay on top of supplier stock, okay? Never run out of stock. If you want to really boost sales big time this year in your dropshipping store, make sure that you are having a conversation with suppliers So you got to ask them if they have enough products for you. Make sure you stay on top of ETAs, okay, estimated time of arrival. You want to stay on top of things like, let's say, like the seasonality, because some seasons actually trigger a low stock levels, and some seasons trigger high stock levels. So it's important to have intelligence in the inventory. Okay, because see, when you do drop shipping, you're not the one maintaining inventory, so you got to really rely on somebody else, the supplier, to see what's really happening in terms of inventory. The last thing you want is to actually have customers pissed because they're not getting their products on time. Let me give you a few extras here. So the thing is, if you are a Shopify dropshipper and you're trying to boost sales, of course, I told you about stuff you have to do, like differentiating your brand, improving page speed, focus on quality over quantity, providing excellent content, collecting reviews proactively, and staying on top of supplier stock. All that is good. Don't get me wrong. But if you don't have the best supplier, you are really shooting yourself in the foot, because the suppliers are going to make or break your brand. Okay, your brand is only good because you have excellent product, you are able to ship those products on time, and you're able to maintain a good customer service vis-a-vis your prospects, vis-a-vis your customers. Okay, so it's important for you to find the right dropshipping supplier. And what you want to do is, the reason why you want actually the best supplier is that you want to be able to have a scalable business model. In other words, you want to go from 6 digits to 7 digits, for example, from 7 digits to 8 digits, for example, from 8 digits to 9 digits. So that scalability can only come if you have the right supplier. And how do you know the right supplier? How do you really find out if a supplier is going to help boost your dropshipping store? Well, think about their inventory model. Do they have reliable inventory models? Do they have reliable inventory feeds? Because otherwise, if a supplier is telling you, hey, listen, this is the kind of inventory we have on hold right now, and you realize that statement doesn't match reality, that's a big no-no. Because the last thing you want is to be stressed out because your supplier can't maintain actually the proper level of a certain product that you are selling in your store, right? You also want to have high quality images. So if you're going to rely on a on a Shopify dropshipping supplier, make sure the supplier has great images. Nowadays, you have a lot of tools, including AI tools, to kind of help you polish a little bit. Like less than stellar images. So that's kind of cool. You also want to have a curated product. So you want to have the dropshipping supplier to provide you with a curated product. That way you know exactly that you're getting the best of the best. Okay. You also want to have a auto tracking integration. And last but not the least, you want to also have responsive support. So when you reach out to the supplier, you have somebody, or you have customer service to actually handle your inquiries, among other things, right? If a supplier is not responsive, that's really another big no-no. So if you want to boost your Shopify dropshipping sales this year, you also got to think at some point, sooner or later, you want to think about scaling, okay? Because when you think about it, again, I always like to talk about going from 5 digits to 6 digits, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, whatever, okay? But that's called scaling. That's called having a system in place that allows you to actually make $1 million with the same system, or $10 million. That's scaling. You're not working harder. You're not working more hours, because there are no more hours than 24 hours in a day. But you're still generating the same amount of money, if not even more. And you can do so through paid ads, for instance. So your dropshipping store can actually place ads on Google, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on the Facebook platform. Like you have a lot of possibilities. You also have the possibility to scale via email marketing. Okay. So, but this just means that you have already built, like beforehand, the perfect email list. Because if you don't build it, you can't really tap into it. Okay. So email marketing is a work in progress. It takes time. It takes time to actually validate the email. It takes time to recalibrate your email messaging from time to time. You can try retargeting ads to actually reach out to those customers who have expressed interest in your products. Okay, that's kind of cool because if you want to really increase your average order value, retargeting ads can really help you big time. You can also use influencer marketing. So basically, the thing is that influencers can help you big time. I mean, some niches are more prone to influencer solicitation than others. Okay, so for instance, if you are in the cosmetics space, if you're selling cosmetics, for instance, like individual cosmetics, for instance, I mean individual cosmetics. Let's just say cosmetics in general, because cosmetics are let's say primarily for individuals, I guess. But my point is that if you are in certain niches, you are really prone to using influencer successfully more than others. Okay, if you're in cosmetics, for instance, versus finance, personal finance, you will be luckier by finding the right influencer. You can also use business automations. So if you want to really scale big time and you want to reach a certain level of business success, you want to really be in a situation where you are scaling and you are automating. Okay, you are automating, and automation is going to help you actually get to that level, to that next level, without spending more energy, more time, or even more resources. So when you think about funding suppliers and products for your dropshipping business, you have a lot of players. You have ZenDrop, for instance. You have Doba. So Doba. You have AliExpress. You have Alibaba, among others. Okay. And by the way, Doba is a great dropshipping marketplace that allows you to find trending and niche products that then actually that helps you to feed supplier inventory directly into your Shopify store in real time. Okay, and excellent customer support and integrated order tracking provide actually a great buying experience, not only on Doba but also on AliExpress. And you also have other products, other tools to kind of help you out. So, for instance, I mean, the same way Doba and AliExpress helps you find suppliers and products, you also have Review, okay, Review and Privy in terms of, I mean, those can really help you big time in terms of optimizing the buyer experience. Optimizing the buyer experience. By the way, also you also have Smile upsells. So those are three apps right now. So you have Review, you have not Review, you have Privy, and you have Smile upsells. Those are really great times in terms of collecting reviews for you. You also can scale and automate operations by using the likes of Klaviyo. You also have a ShipStation. So ShipStation is great for shipping and fulfillment, and Klaviyo is great for email marketing and automation. Okay, and you also have the possibility to build customer loyalty and repeat business through loyalty and rewards programs, through user accounts and profiles, abandoned cart saving. You also have email capture. That's a great one. Email capture pop-ups, post-purchase upsells, order updates and confirmations. You have customer service and support, thank you and feedback requests, win-back offers, lifecycle emails and content. Yeah, you have competing against retail giants. Okay, so that's really fantastic from a flexibility point of view, but also from a scalability point of view. So, as an epilogue into this conversation, I spoke to you about how to boost your Shopify dropshipping sales. I gave you the top trends, the top tips, the extras, and now the scaling. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.